Libra.
Hello Libra, this is your forecast for November 2015, and this month for you, your main focus is going to be on your finances. This is because you're going to have the sun and also the new moon in your second house for money and income, so you might feel that something is liberating for you, new money maybe perhaps coming in, or at least looking over your finances and crunching your numbers so that this can actually set down a good foundation for the whole entire year until that October, November next year when the sun enters into this area. So the new moon too, which will be November 11th, is all about putting down your intentions. Great time for you to focus on your finances, how you want it to look like, not just by the end of the month, but what you can expect for the whole next 12 months. So make sure you set a little time aside just to bring that concept up into your consciousness. The second thing, which is really beautiful here this month, is that Venus and Mars are doing the dance. They are what we call conjunct, meaning they're sharing the same degree on the night sky here on November the 2nd. So it's actually starting off the month. You will already feel it there on November 1st too, but it's exact on November 2nd. And for you, it's operating in the 12th house. So that is more so behind the scenes, meaning that you might be contemplating, you might be meditating, or you might just be working behind the scenes as far as working your goals, because Mars is your drive, it's your ambition. And it's like you're setting yourself up now to start up here throughout that of November and until the last of the year, with Mars being fully focused on bringing your qualities, your energies, your personality to the forefront. And Venus is like empowering this as the two of them working together as you're trying to kind of like get yourself wrapped around whatever concept it is that's important to you spiritually. So on the 8th, Venus is going to move out of that 12th house into the 1st house, and that's when you're going to feel that you're liberating your desires and just, you know, you're radiant. Now, not only is it your ruler, but it being in the 1st house is like a double whammy when we have Venus visiting this part of your chart. And then Mars is going to come in and join the party November 12th. So then both of them are going to be going through that 1st house. Now, the 1st house is always your personality, so you're going to find a new flow, a new drive, a new energy. Mars hasn't been in your 1st house for 2 years, so you're going to feel how it's going to up everything in the way that you act and present yourself, and I just see you being really, really busy. Now, Mercury is going to be there for a short little bit. It's 28 degrees as we start off the month, so only for a couple of days. Then Mercury is also going to go into that 2nd house for your money and finances, and you're going to start thinking up a storm of how things now can really gel together for you. And there might be a few things that you might be contemplating you want to go shop for. Now, we're getting close to the end of the year where we have holiday seasons. Some of you might already start shopping, maybe perhaps a little early here, but it's always good when Mercury's there because it allows you to really focus and think, you know, specifically on what it is you want or what it is they might want if we're talking gifts. November 5th, the Sun and Pluto here, they're coming together in what we call a sextile. It's a harmonious aspect. The Sun being you, Pluto being that point of transformation. Pluto is in your 4th house for foundation, family. It's also the real estate you have. And so the Sun here coming into this area might just be that you're thinking there could be a few things at home you'd like to either upgrade or fix or purchase. So whatever that might be, you might find the best deal here this month for it. On the 10th, we got Mercury and Pluto doing the same thing, sextiling. And so if you're out and about shopping or just browsing there on the 5th, well, you might make that decision on the 10th. And again, money-related matters here. So you're doing good shopping, and you're also looking over your accounts. But on the 10th, too, we have the Sun, excuse me, and Jupiter. And they together will be looking at your own inner needs, your personal sense of value. The Sun being you, it's the second house for values, how you see yourself, self-esteem. Jupiter expanding this, so you might feel very, very comfortable with the energy that's just flowing through your consciousness, because Jupiter is in that 12th house. It's the spiritual house. It's also the karmic house. So when we're vibed beautifully like this with these frequencies, well, listen, I can't say anything else than you must be radiating and feeling very grateful for something, some aspect in your life that recently have come in, opened a few doors, and allowing your life to become a little bit more now abundant. On the 13th, we got Venus and Saturn. Venus, once again, ruling love and romance, but also your finances. And then Saturn, which has everything to do with wanting to stipulate, ground, and secure. And Saturn is in your 3rd house. So that is all about communication. So you're going to find that at this time here, you're going to be communicating in a way upon where things are going to feel solid, like you're mastering your situation, really feeling that you're coming across. And Mercury on the very same day, the 13th, is also here with Jupiter in the 6th house. So these two planets on the 13th are opening up new doors. There might be new clients coming your way if we're looking at business. There might be a reunion with friends if we're looking at that. But whoever you're around here on the 13th, you should be getting some pretty good feedback on just what it is you're admitting. All right, very, very charming here on this day. The 20th, though, we're looking at, again, Venus and Pluto, but they're square. When we have squares and oppositions, there is a little bit of, not necessarily conflicts, which it could be, but a little bit of an issue. It's more like the universe is wanting to test us to see where we're at and how we're dealing with a few things. So whatever really worked for you on the 13th, the universe is going to say, okay, how well did that sit with you? All right, so there is a situation between the 20th and the 23rd, and that is because not only is Venus going to square Pluto, it's going to oppose Uranus as well. Uranus being in your 7th house for love and romance, I'm feeling that it might be a situation between you and your partner, looking at money, looking at how things are being divided. It might also just be you and having a certain desire, if we could put it that way, something that you might want for the home, and then your partner saying, I'm not too sure about that. Or it could be the other way around, that your partner is wanting some finances, some funds to go in a certain direction, and you're not too cool with it. But it's only in passing. It's only a couple of days. On the 24th, I see that you're going to find a mutual agreement where you're both feeling comfortable, because that's Mars now coming up to Saturn, and you're back on the same page, just like you were on the 13th when Venus and Saturn were sharing the same degrees. That's when it all started. This wish, and then figuring it out, balancing it, and then making your final decision on the 24th. On the 25th, it looks like, yes, not only are you on the same page from the prior day, but your communication is up and running. And I'm feeling if you're needing to talk to anybody in the know house, say needing to reach out to an expert to have something done, perhaps if it is this situation of the home, well, then you can find somebody that you can work with and feel comfortable with, knowing that this service person or this expert can actually manifest the very things that you're needing to have done. And for you, Libra, it's always very important that whatever is being created, especially in the visual aspect, that it is done beautifully, because you are Libra and it has to balance. It's got to have that beautiful vibe to it, doesn't it? We have the full moon here on the 25th as well, just as Mercury and Mars are coming together nicely. So you're going to come to see that this area is going to be illuminated for you in the 9th house, meaning higher understanding, or also thinking about perhaps making decisions on wanting to travel, making plans perhaps for the holidays could be, or it could just be you really deepening yourself into some subject that really is close to heart for you, and feeling that you can get a lot of information here on this date. It's in the sign of Gemini, and Gemini people, as we know, they really get the research done. They dig to get all the information they need, and this is bringing the Gemini out in you, so you get to feel how they feel. But it's passing. You got a day or two where you might just feel you want to dedicate here 25th, 26th while it's in this area. So listen, this is what I have for you here now. You might want to listen to your moon or rising sign just to see where this Venus-Mars may show up in your other moon or rising sign chart, because it is so rare that they get to go together like this. And for love and for romance, you want to see the specific area in those charts that can bring it to the surface for you. And I'll see you next month, Libra. Have a good one.